Welcome to the Hunters Association, back again with the Webtoon Anime Podcast for the finale of Tower of God Season 1. The gang's all here.
Yes, sir.
Max from Project Manga, Seraph from Project Webtoon, Big Sleepy from Project Webtoon, JC2K2002 from the YouTube channel with the same name, JD from the TiC GamesNetwork, and Trent motherfucking Money. You already know who the fuck it is. What is going on, gentlemen?
This is true. What is going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Also, side note, it is no longer JC2K.
RIP.
It's not JC2K2002 with the YouTube channel.
What's up, guys? It's your boy JC, aka alwaysjcarson here, because my YouTube channel got deleted. So,
I forgot all about that, dude.
It's been a while, man. I ain't seen you here, but welcome back, though. Welcome back.
Oh my God, rip the guy.
It's rip it up.
Can we start off with Knox and JD for not being here last week to talk about the last episode?
We will.
Shit.
Sure.
We will. So before we do that, I just have a few things to say. Hashtag Rachel did nothing wrong.
That's right. That's right, fellas. See you later, Seraph. That's okay. We don't need you here.
Hashtag
we're comfortable by ourselves.
Hashtag protect the queen all 2020.
Protect the queen.
2020 is a bad year for that, actually.
Hashtag Rachel is the true queen and MC of the tower. That's right. I said it. I said it.
You hear her voice in the beginning of the series and the end of the series. This is the story about a girl named Rachel who climbed the tower.
And
that's it. That's all.
I stopped listening after that. Yeah, it doesn't matter anything after that. It doesn't matter anything after. All right.
Wow.
Now to head back to it. So
it's funny. I remember Alice.
Wait, what'd you say, Trent?
They spent the first half of the episode talking about how irrelevant she is. So y'all gonna say this is about?
That is very true.
This is
very
true.
I remember it being. I remember it being a girl named Alice that followed the White Rabbit. Who's this Rachel chick? I'm pretty sure
that's
Rachel. I'm pretty sure that might be a poser in place.
Yeah.
Really? Do we know Alice's middle name?
Rachel?
A lot of people go by their middle names. Yeah, it has to be Rachel, buddy.
It might be.
Well, I will say this for all of you: there would be no Tower of God without Rachel.
That's right.
You aren't wrong.
Is that? I
don't know about that.
That's my case.
You're saying that Bam would never have opened the door?
There's always been a tower.
Nope. There's always been a tower, but there wouldn't have been no story without Rachel.
Stop. He was already the savior.
Preach that, buddy.
I don't know about that.
Hold on. Why did Bam go? Why did Bam go in the tower?
Shinsu, but she didn't spark the fact that he was a Shinsu prodigy.
Okay, but hold on.
Why didn't he open the door?
Hold on. Why did Bam go into the tower?
But she ain't
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Why did Rachel go in the tower, people? I mean, why did Bam go in the tower? No. Why did Bam go in the tower, not Rachel?
Because of Rachel.
Yeah,
I rest my case.
But keep in mind. Now, let's say Bam would have been in a scenario where he never would have met anybody else, so he didn't have Rachel to be that
light.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So then he goes in and gets the option to climb up the tower. He's like, well, fuck it. Other than that, I'm gonna go sit back in the dark. So nigga, let's go ahead, let's get it.
He'll follow any light. So if the tower spewts light,
that man said that the only light he saw was Rachel.
Are we not getting any spins from Trent?
No, we're not, because Trent is in the dark right now.
Oh no. He's in the sunken place.
He's in the Oh no. Pick the cotton, my dude. It'll keep you sane.
Oh man. All right. So let's get into the show. All right, what's up, everybody? We're back for another episode of the Webtoon Anime Podcast, here to talk about everything Tower of God, because this is Tower of God Day, the end of season 1 of the anime. But before we get off into episode 13 and our thoughts on it, as well as a few other topics, me, Knox, and Sleepy will give our thoughts on episode 12, since we did miss. So, which one of you guys want to go first, or would you like me to go first? It really doesn't matter.
Set it off, bro.
All right, I guess I'll go. First and foremost, personally, episode 12, I enjoyed it quite a lot. I thought it was a great episode. Of course, they did a few things differently, but
That's what I've been waiting to hear about because I can't remember. I never can remember.
But all in all, no, I'm just making this quick because this all about episode 13 today. So
yes, sir.
But all in all, it was a good episode. Rating 9. No, what? Fuck it, 10. I'm giving it a 10.
Let's go.
I don't care what y'all
Let's
say.
go because I was about
10.
to say.
I'm giving it a straight 10 out here. I'm giving it a straight 10. Heat.
What do we give
Fire, flames, gasoline, rocket fuel, all your utilities.
Petroleum.
All right. Sleepy.
What up?
Episode 12, brother.
Episode 12. So after making my own way through that entire episode and noticing a few of the changes, even going back and rereading the episode just to be sure.
Me too.
I'd say on a full rating, I'd probably give it maybe a 9. Now I will give a reason for this. The reason being
if you say anything other than a 9, I was gonna mute you, sir.
Jesus.
Now my only reasons for this is some of the changes for sure that I found that were good and few that I'm not so sure of. I didn't really like that seemed like our Senshu fighter was defeated. I had to go back to the actual comic real quick and be sure, but no, he makes a comment about that he's not losing and that this is just play body for him, but they make it seem like he's done and out there. So I don't know if that's supposed to be.
Sheep
Ram? Sheep
The bull?
Yeah.
Sheep homie.
Yeah, sheep homie.
Oh yeah.
He makes it. They make it seem like he dies in there, but in the comic he makes a comment that, "Oh, that's all right. I'll see you somewhere else in the tower because this is just a fake body."
But also to be fair, we have still never seen Ren since.
This is
Some people say that they have.
Yeah.
No, somebody tell me where he appears
I
again.
could have sworn I told you in the Discord. Maybe they did.
No, they mentioned his name, but he has never appeared since.
You're talking about the assassin.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I think SIU forgot all about his ass. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Damn.
it happens.
Hey, SIU did say that
It's like
Dragon Ball
Toriyama
was
be
the
doing.
first manga that he ever read. I was about to say.
This is true.
Wow.
Page out of Toriyama's book there a little bit.
Ooh.
Yep. All right. Knox, your thoughts on episode 12?
It was fire. It was amazing. I mean, talking about chapter or episode 11 a little bit, I just wanted to touch on it. I think I said on this show that one of the things I was most excited for was like the exposition of the bowl test, because I just always love whenever there's trials inside of anime and manga, like that narration or the explanation of the test from the administrator or whoever is explaining it. And I just loved that scene. The music was fucking amazing. Lororo's voice actor is obviously goated, but like just like that whole scene explaining the bowl test was exactly what I pictured it to be, and I was very happy about that. Episode 12 was tight. The action was phenomenal. I feel like it happened every way that I remembered it, except for obviously the ways that Sleepy said it was a little bit different there. But I mean, fucking that big ass black dude with the hammer coming down was just as epic. That shit was fucking drastic, bro. Even better in the fucking anime, I feel like. Fucking seeing the extra scenes that they give with the movement of like the Green April is always cool to see. I don't know. I just feel like it was. I give it a 9.5. I'll meet y'all in the middle. Yeah.
Now,
I mean, like I could give it a 10. But you want to know what I'm giving it a 10? What's up, JD? Here we are.
Give it a 10 because if you would have saw last episode, me, Seraph, and Trent, it was. Woo, we did some balancing out. We were down there. We were down there.
I will tell you.
All the way down.
They were some negative people.
You have to understand that I came into it before we got into it. I was like, look, we're going to be positive about this episode. I tried to be positive starting out, but then the more that I went into it and I started talking about it, I was like, this is trash. I'm getting on my nerves.
Yeah,
Well, I loved how when Bam got pushed off and fell, it like went into the end credits all the way through. It like reminded me of Kingdom Hearts, like one.
That's nice. Nice touch.
Yeah, I thought that was really fucking cool. I don't know. I didn't really see too many things to complain about, honestly. I mean, I could watch it again.
Yeah, it wasn't bad as anime only, but when you went back to the webtoon, I was just like looking at it like, oh, they changed so much. Why did they do this? Why do that? And, you know,
I'm just not going back to the webtoon.
But it was a good episode. That's the point about it. Like my webtoon, my anime actually rating was like a 8.5 to 9, but then when the Webtoon was a lot lower, of course, because I went back and looked at it and read it. But anyways, we needed y'all there because to balance that out, we were definitely super negative. My fault, of course.
All right. Now, on to what we're all here for. Episode 13, the end of season 1 of Tower of God and the anime as a whole. So, Trent, my guy, are you there? First and foremost, before I even start the question.
He is muted.
Yes, sir. I am here.
All right.
Everybody get that shit off.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Live
right,
from
my
the
guy.
sunken place.
Live from the sunken place, Trent motherfucking Money. All right, so fam, episode 13. Like it, love it, hate it. Give us your thoughts.
It was disgustingly horrible. I'm just kidding. I want to say nice things. No, I actually really enjoyed it. We talked last episode, and them like doing the whole background, showing what like actually happened in the beginning of Tower God was really important to me. I really kind of want to get to the part where we discuss the end scenes, but I know that's going to be a little bit later on. So, other than that, I thought the episode was good. Music was hidden. I think they threw a couple remixes in it, and other than that, you know what I'm saying, it was solid.
Before we go to our next panel member, I just want to say shout out to the homie Neil in the comment section. It's been a while since I've seen you, my guy. Shout out to you. Glad you made it back to
Hey, that
hang
nigga
out
Neil,
with us.
that's a real nigga, bro.
He is, man.
He's a real
That's a Neil Rigger.
Yeah, he is a Neil Rigger. Shout out to him. All right, Sleepy. Thoughts on episode 13? Like it, love it, hate it.
Thoughts on episode 13? I'm right in the middle with this. I could have definitely probably changed up the amount of exposition we got for half of the episode all Rachel talk.
That's good.
I could have done a 10-minute bit for that just to get everything they were saying there, but half the episode all the way through, and then the remaining bits of it, I was just like, okay.
So you're saying that we missed? They left out some shit?
There's not so much they left out. The 15 minutes that we got with all Rachel was there, but that's actually an extension of just a small segment of that. And then they basically compressed 2 to 3 episodes into the last 10 minutes of the show.
Damn.
And that's where I was just like,
damn.
Okay. The things that nothing bothered me that much, but I noted the few changes of like who makes the comment to take Rachel up the tower. Also, Rack actually being super upset about the turtle being gone. I did enjoy that. I did enjoy the full screen. That was great.
The reaction.
Well,
but the one thing that did set me off is that they decided not to keep it secret. Kun right away does not trust Rachel. They end off with that. And I was just like, in the original, he's the one that makes the speech to take her up the tower. So
we're gonna get to that part.
So I'm right in the middle with this one, to honestly say.
All right. Let's bring back positivity. Knox.
That's who you're gonna be. Okay, that's cool. I'm not positive.
You both, buddy.
No. JC, we gotta say this best for last. All right.
Hold on. Go ahead, Knox, with the crisp audio that I can hear.
Crisp audio. That's great. Thank you, me, for the crisp audio.
Hey, it's fine.
Fucking, I don't know, dude. The episode I love the episode, dude. It was cool. And see, like, I'm not going back into the webtoon like afterwards to like check for things, which is something that I probably should be doing.
Nah, I don't do it.
But at the same time, it's like, dude, I appreciate it for what it is. And the Rachel exposition, I was fine to me. I think that's important for the anime onlys because it really drives that point home of like just exactly how traumatic this situation was for Bam. You know what I mean? And I think it's important for anime onlys to like really see, because it does kind of like blindside them the same way that it kind of did in the webtoon too for us readers. But I feel like with the anime, there's so much more stimuli involved there that you can really amplify, you know, that those emotions and that those scenes are supposed to invoke when you have voice actors, music, and obviously moving visuals and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I don't hate the abundance of exposition that we got on like why Rachel did what they did. I loved head-ons like moments, being a savage, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
to Rachel and whatnot. I feel like
Yes.
those things were well done. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know. I liked it a lot. I feel like compositionally, it made a lot of sense how the episode was structured, and you know, it ended the same way it started. I feel like the music was all perfect. I feel like as a finale, it did exactly what it was supposed to do, and it executed it just fine.
Now, before we get to our next panel member, can we all just take a moment to appreciate Mr. Kevin, the composer himself,
Yeah, dude, that dude's
for
a
doing
fucking
a
beast.
fucking amazing job on this
Bang out
goddamn
job.
episode.
It was so
Bro.
fucking good.
JC, I know you don't listen to the
No,
music.
I have been since y'all guys been getting on me about it, and I've noticed it.
Good.
Like this man,
It's incredible.
put
He's
it, like
Yeah.
we say in the black community, he put his foot in it. Okay. The
broke
man
it
put
off.
his foot
That
in it.
motherfucker was
Put
some
it
soul
all
music.
in the pot.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
That music was fire, and I'll get to my take later. But yeah, that music was fire, bro.
Yeah,
I just want to
can't say anything negative about the music. That's
No,
for
the
sure.
music this whole season was great, and I hope I
Right,
can listen to it.
Kevin Pinkin, that man's the GOAT right now. All right,
Yes,
Sarah.
sir.
Yo.
Episode 13, like it, love it, hate it. What's your thoughts?
I liked it a lot. They did really good for most all the Rachel parts, explaining on, you know, how she wasn't chosen for the tower, how she showed up, you know, and how, like, the thing that kind of bugged me was in the webtoon, for when Rachel was hiding, she was kind of like inside of the wall, hiding behind like
Mhm.
a
Yeah,
thing,
boom.
whatever.
Mhm.
But
That
then
is- I remember
Hedion used his shinsu to hold her invisible. And there was a couple parts at the ending that they kind of cut out, like when the redhead girl, he fucking forgot her name, but
Hwaryun.
Haryun, something like that.
she walks up and she says a couple of things to Bam, and that were actually pretty important. And then they just straight up cut that out. They cut it off there. They shortened the Quant and Lororo scene because
And they changed it.
They changed it up completely. They had a whole ass argument, and then Quant kind of like followed Lororo slowly, but they cut that out. And then
Yeah.
for like the Lororo and Blondie scene, they cut that short too.
Test director Yu. I can't remember his name, but yeah, it's you.
Hang Sung Yu.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Hank Yu.
I forgot all the names.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm
It
here,
is
baby.
a lot. It's a lot of names.
Don't worry about it.
I appreciate you, Knox. But
Yeah,
no, it
dude.
was a really good episode. They reviewed everything on spot. The music was just absolutely wonderful, and the animations for it was really nice too.
So I'll go next. So as far as my take on it, I love the episode. I think they did a phenomenal job, especially with the music and giving what it is, giving that is the anime and the adaptation of the series. It did its job. It did what it was supposed to do.
Yes.
It ended the series right and ended on a high note and ended on a cliffhanger that made everybody want a season 2 now, because
Especially with that little
especially with that end scene.
We're not getting to it because I got problems.
I do too a little bit.
You
So
guys suck.
they ended it well to make people want more. And when your series is getting an anime, that's what you want. You want people to want more. You want people to stop what they're doing and go read your series and support the physical copies and the digital copies and all of that stuff. So I think they did a great job. They did what they set out to do. And according to some people, season 2, so yeah, we can hear you, Trent.
All right,
According to some people, season 2 is going to be in 2021, April.
No way. I guess that actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I've also heard that, but I just haven't seen.
I mean, how
like,
much time do you need? You got fucking 500 chapters of source. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably
They don't use it
started working
anyways.
on that. They probably started working on that like as soon as like this season started. You've had all the time in the world to get this ready.
True.
This is true. So we're definitely gonna see. But shout out to Nova who said JC is building up a spirit bomb of slander right now.
He said,
No, actually,
We still got 2 more episodes before it's ready.
actually,
Man.
okay.
Actually, hold on.
All right. Go ahead, JC.
Actually,
Unleash your spirit bomb.
no, because actually for episode 13, I actually liked the episode. I don't really have that many problems with it, to be honest with you. Like, episode 13 is what I would want this series to be if they have time to have a thought and just go with it. And that's what happened. They had Rachel, and what happened with Rachel and her going back and forth is wishy-washy with killing Bam. She had plenty of chances to do it. She had her emotions of where she was talking about, I can't kill him, but I can kill him, but I need to kill him. And it was just like they had time for one episode to slow it down and give you everything you wanted. A fully thought out episode. And even though they changed some things, I was like, this is what I want from this series. Like, to slow it down, have a thought, and go with it, and show me everything. Give me some real character development for a character. And that was Rachel for this episode.
I like
you got
that.
the good, you got the bad, you got her being like, I can't kill Bam. I need to kill Bam because I want to be a star. It was everything I wanted. Finally, in one episode, in episode 13, when there's no action, you're doing a whole bunch of backstory, but I feel like they did it right this one time.
Why? Because it was about Rachel.
No. Okay. All right. No.
Get out of here.
Okay. No. They just happened to focus on Rachel in this one episode where they could have done this the entire season. But anyways, everything was perfect, and I would have gave this a 10, except for the very last scene, and it knocked it down to a 9. But the episode was still great for me.
Wait, what was wrong with the last scene?
We're gonna get to it. We got to get there. That's what slander comes in.
All right.
But that's it. I'm done.
Okay. Now that we all giving our thoughts on the episode. So as an anime episode only, not bringing in Webtoon, just as an anime episode only. Scale of 1 to 10, what you rate it? Sleepy.
Scale of 1 to 10, I would say 8.5. I have a few gripes, but it's not terrible. I still enjoyed my time with it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Not
9.5.
Seraph.
9.
JC.
We're just talking about this one episode, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Not
9.
the
9.
series.
Okay.
9.
All right. Trent.
You're muted.
God damn it.
Hey, let a nigga live.
Chill on my mans, bro.
Overall season, man.
No, just episode 13.
Just episode.
It's episode 13, anime as an anime only.
We'll get to the season because fuck this season.
Yeah.
Episode 13 as an anime only. I would. I was a little. But now, did somebody point out already that they did say they shortened up the scene with Lil but did somebody already point out?
Yes.
Changed it as well?
Yeah, but just as an anime only without the Webtoon knowledge.
Okay, I would say that's kind of hard because I instantly was like, whoa. But I'd have to give it up there with you guys. I don't know about 9. I don't know if I, as an anime only, I would have been like, I would have had like a extreme hard on for it, you know. But I'd be like, this wasn't bad this season. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of hidden. You know, I probably would have threw a good solid 8 out there, 8.5. Oh, I'm talking season again. Damn. This episode alone. I'm gonna go ahead and still give it a 9, 8.5, 9.
Okay.
We'll
But
y'all know where my season lies as well now.
Well, I'm gonna give it a 10. So now on to
we're gonna read the whole season as Webtoon readers, and then the whole season as anime onlys too.
Yeah, we're gonna do that at the end though. That's gonna be the very end.
Okay. I was just wondering.
All right, so now as Webtoon readers, we're bringing our knowledge of the series into account here. So this is where JC and Sleepy Spirit Bomb of Slander will descend up on this podcast.
Oh,
Give me your energy.
So if you are with them on their slander, go ahead and give them your energy to make it a super spirit bomb instead of a regular one.
they're all the same, bro.
No. That one against Vegeta, that shit was pathetic.
They're all pathetic. None of them work. Anyways, that's Dragon Ball. That's whatever.
Hold on. Super Spirit Bomb did work against Kid Buu.
Anyways.
I'm gonna just absorb it. Super Dragon Fist. Fuck it.
Super Dragon Fist in that move all
right.
A half of a time.
Okay, so this how we're gonna play this one. Seraph, we're gonna start with you. JC and Sleepy, we're gonna start with y'all, and we're gonna let y'all unleash out slander. Trent, you're gonna be next, and me and Nox gonna go last since we might be the only positive ones in here. So
for the season as a whole, as a webtoon reader,
Yes.
right?
yes,
I'd have to give about like a 7.5.
why is that?
Wow.
It was super fast paced for like all damn near every episode except for episode 13. They fucking managed to space that out really well for Rachel. But what really saved it for me was the animation of how well they did for fight scenes, how well they did for the character designs, how well they did for the background scenes, because they got all that like pretty much on point. And for like the voice actors, they did such a great job. As Bam, Hideon, Leroto, fucking Rachel's voice actor did a great job. All of them did fucking phenomenal. And
So the differences from the webtoon to the manga, with all of those things being top notch to you, the differences from the webtoon to the anime are what bring it down to a 7.
They ain't it?
Yeah, I agree.
Holy moly rockets!
I agree.
I'm beside myself.
Okay,
Starting. He just has
Jace-
to the rest of our knowledge. It's all right.
okay. JC and Sleepy, go ahead.
Sleepy, go ahead,
right
man.
You want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead. Because I feel like you articulate better now because I'm just upset.
Aw.
Holy
Alright.
shit!
So, Seraph.
So,
if we had a 7.5, I'd probably say 7.7, 7.8. Now, my reasons for this are are a lot of the same exact reasons that he had, that it was very fast paced. But the problem I have is that there were some episodes that were super fast, some that were a little slower, some that were really high, some that were really low. Now, anime should normally follow that critique, but it doesn't do it in some good ways for some of the changes that they do around. I do like their interpretation of Shinsa. I do really like that for at least any of the abilities. I did like a lot of the 3D animation they used for showing the ignition weapon. Those were really cool, as well as a lot of the character development that we did get. I did not like some of the missed story beat elements that they decided to completely ignore or completely replace. Even some things that they decided to add in that kind of call into question certain things for the characters that definitely would affect things, such as Bam willingly wanting to kill by episode 3. Fast. And even at the end with Rachel going through the exposition, I did enjoy that. I would have definitely shortened it down to maybe 10 minutes because I can still get her full range and depth of motion. I've kind of watched her in the background this entire time, so I kind of know what she's doing and what she's about. So I really, really, really liked those scenes, but those other missing elements just made me question things as the show kept going on up until the very end. And that end spoiler was just like, I feel like that just could have been completely lopped off, and you could have
cut it off.
Yeah, redone it.
Spoiler though.
What's up?
Our anime only is gonna know that's a spoiler though.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Because we can kind of tell who that's supposed to be, especially since we saw that.
We tell who that's supposed to be.
Hold on.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it now. Calm down. Hold it.
We're gonna get to it.
Hold it off. All right, JC, go ahead.
If I'm being nice for the series, we're giving it.
I want you to.
We're giving it 7 for being nice. If we're not being nice, We're going
You're
to
not being
like a 6 to 6.5. Like just
No, it's not. Don't
Yes.
lie.
yes, 100%.
That's so.
But okay,
acid.
let me explain it right here. So, Tower of God as a webtoon itself has Bam as a main character who is very uninteresting for the most part. He is weak as a character. He is one note as a character. Until season 2, he's not really that much of a main character as traditionally as we see it. So
It's a
it
good thing to
is
me.
it is a season carried by its side characters. So if you have your side characters that are supposed to carry the season, and you're consistently cutting off their stories, you're shortening their stories,
Okay. Yeah.
and as an anime only, maybe it's fine for you, but as a webtoon reader, you're like, okay, you shorten these things off. These things are important, but all of a sudden they're not important. These side characters, you're cutting off their fights. You're cutting off Sheep Homie with his extra transformation that he does. You're cutting off so many things. You're like, okay, so who's important? When you get into season 2, the reason why you're missing some of the characters in season 2 is because what happened in season 1. And you don't see them for a while. So that's the whole point. I know what happens before and after. So I'm like, okay, you're shortening them, so they don't mean as much. Shibitsu is a joke character. They don't show how smart he is or his intelligence. He's now just a joke character. Rock was, I can't call him a joke character, but he's there for comedic reasons. But Shibitsu definitely wasn't. So I'm like, okay, I see what you did for anime onlys, and I'm not gonna say that you need it because the season as an anime only, if I'm just looking at it from that point, was good. It was okay, but from a webtoon standpoint, you just like you cut the legs out from under the Tower of God. Like, what's the point? What was so good about this season besides the music? It wasn't the fighting. The fighting was okay because Tower of God's not a fighting anime. It's not a fighting anime. It's not a fighting webtoon. It's not about the fighting. It's about character development, and it's about story. If you cut the legs out from under that, what do you have? You have a 6.5 to 7. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Go ahead, King. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Trent.
Trent, it's
Go
on you,
ahead.
bro.
Yeah, it's on you, Trent.
Season. Season, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
season as a webtoon reader.
I basically got mine off, man. Like I said, I always go into my anime reaction saying, "Hey, we knew what we were getting into. We got 13 episodes off rip. We knew what we were getting into." As a webtoon reader, you have to kind of go in with that, like, okay, it's it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Minor things were changed. I kind of agree with kind of the consensus of what most people are saying. It's like there are some things that were changed that I don't get. I kind of disagree as far as the where JC is talking about as far as the making of season 2, because I do believe Shibizu's value was still shown, and I also believe in season 2, like I get like I think we left off basically about how we left off in the end of season 1 in the webtoon, because when season 2 picks up, I didn't know what the fuck was going on in the first place anyway. You know what I'm saying?
That's also me.
So basically, we get that they're Kuhn's group is going to what Kuhn's group's going to be on. I don't want to spoil for anybody who's around reading in the chat or whatever, but I think they basically just leave us with that conclusion here. So by the time we pick back up, it takes us a little minute to see what them niggas is on in the first place anyway. So, yeah. Other than that, man, season as a webtoon reader, God, don't do this to me. I'm gonna have to go ahead and throw it with a. I feel like an 8 is strong. I have to give it a 7.5. Music, give me a 7.5.
Okay.
Music only.
Now positivity comes into play.
Try
and this is why I have a problem. Not just with a lot of webtoon readers in general. Okay, just for one, just like what Trent said, we knew this was 13 episodes. We knew what we were getting into. Like we talked about before this anime ever aired, we knew, and I told y'all a lot of things would be getting cut, it would be getting changed, a lot of dialogue will be left out, and these fights will be shortened. We already knew that. So this shouldn't be a big surprise if it's not one for one, shot for shot as the webtoon, especially when it comes to dialogue, because we already knew that wasn't going to be the case. Now, I need to talk to all of you webtoon readers out there who are shitting on an anime for no good fucking reason. The reason why I say this is because one, season 1 was not that fucking great to begin with. It was mediocre as shit. All right. Everybody's
positivity.
Hold on. I'm getting there because the anime and the adaptation was good. But everybody is hyping up season 1 of this webtoon like it was the shit. And everybody knows Tower of God did not become good until season 2. And that's when shit took off. Season 2 is where Tower of God explodes, not season 1. Season 1 was mediocre. Nobody gave a shit about Bam, so I don't want to hear all that crap about, but Bam's innocent. Bam. Bullshit. Nobody cared about Bam until Rachel pushed his ass off the cliff.
Okay.
All right.
To be honest, I said he was a weak main character. I did say that.
He is, and he was in season 1. 2, nobody gave 2 shits about all of them side characters. Okay, nobody gave a damn about them side characters. The only people that was cared about in season 1 was Anak, Yuri, Kun,
and Dorsey,
and
Hatsu.
Not even in Dorsey, and Hots.
Oh wait, no.
A lot of people didn't care about it.
Niggas fuck with Rack. Niggas fuck with Rack.
Niggas fuck with Rack for comedic. Niggas fuck with Rack for comedic purposes, but as far as the story and everything, it was only those few that people fuck with.
Thematically, it was those 4. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. Those were the only one people fuck with. People like those other characters, but nobody fuck with them until season 2.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right.
And on top of that, another thing, half the test in season 1 wasn't all that good to begin with. Crown Game and the Bull Test, and only the reason because of Bull Test, because we got to see Yuri fight, and the ending, which put Tower of God fans over the edge because what Rachel did, as we all saw. So let's just get that on the way. Anime adaptation was good. It did its job. 4.5 billion views has now up to 5.5 billion views. You're fucking welcome. Now. So.
Hey man, it's capping. I like that. Exactly.
I ain't capping nothing. I ain't capping nothing, and y'all know it. Y'all know good and damn well. Season 1 was the weakest fucking season in this entire series.
Y'all gotta know what capping means, because you can tell there's a lot of validity in what he's talking about. He believes every word he fucking says.
He believes it. Don't mean that it's right.
I read the series 3 goddamn times already.
You don't remember half the stuff that was in there, bro. We done went through this already.
Look, I reread it 3 times on top of listening to y'all asses read it and react to it every time y'all put a video out.
That's true.
So exactly. I'm there every goddamn video.
Except last week, you missed mine. To be honest with you,
you missed a couple videos.
Reactions.
I beat it.
Reactions. All right.
Y'all reactions, not the podcast. Reactions.
All right.
So that's all I want to say. Webtoon was good. Anime. Well, no, I'm sorry. I fucked that up.
No, you said it right.
You said it right. It's all right. I fucked it up. Webtoon season 1 was mediocre. Anime was good. The reason why the anime good because it did its job, and it made season 1 more enjoyable. On top of that, now everybody loves Tower of God and wants a season 2. Anime Webtoon reader, I'm gonna give it a 9.
A 9. This is blasphemy.
I said it. That's right. I said it. That's right.
Go ahead.
Yep.
That's a little bit higher than I was even.
Thank you.
That's fine. Bring the smoke. I want it. All right, go ahead, Knox.
Man, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what everybody said, because I feel like I want to make points about like what I agree with what people said and what I disagree with what people said. But I mean, as a Webtoon reader, me personally, I feel like I'm not as invested as a lot of you like in the Webtoon, at least in season 1. So like I don't really have like too much recollection of what was changed. Obviously, as I've stated multiple times throughout the life of this series, that I have to come to you guys to like let me know like what changed or what was different. But personally, as someone who's read the webtoon and then watched the show, I don't think that what was changed from the webtoon to the adaptation was enough to really bring my score down all that much. And I feel like I'm gonna reiterate a lot of what I say in this segment in the anime only season review segment. But basically, just like all you guys, or at least like what JD was saying, I mean, I feel like the anime did its job in this season. And honestly, like as a webtoon reader, the only thing that I was really, that I feel like I remember myself really complaining about was just like Hatsu's situation and how different that seemed from what I remember. And maybe I was just like hyping up Hatsu and I like gave him like extra scenes in my head in the webtoon that I was expecting to see in the anime. But I mean, like, I feel like even there, it wasn't all that drastic. You know what I mean? And there are some things that I really appreciate that the anime did, that they did change. The thing, oh yeah, and I thought it was weird how at the end of the Crown game, there was that extra like Shinsu explosion scene. I think that was the only thing that I said like was weird, but I don't think it was a really big deal. You know what I mean? You got 13 episodes. You want to make sure that you grip people at least to some degree in every episode. You know what I mean? So I mean, like, you have a board of people that are sitting there going, okay, so like if we do this episode shot for shot, you know, you have like a council of people that are going to go, is this going to be enough in this one episode? Because you can lose any amount of people in one episode. You can gain any amount of people in one episode.
True.
So if your goal is to grab as many people as you can and lose as little people as you can throughout the entire 13 episode first season, like, I understand a lot of the executive decisions that they made and the changes that they made from the webtoon to the adaptation. And like JD was saying, we knew that there was going to be a lot of dialogue left out, that we trusted the studio with making the decision on what to leave out and what to keep. So like, honestly, and I haven't read the series multiple times, but like, I feel like if I can't really remember without you guys telling me, as motherfuckers that are going back and checking the webtoon after the episode to make sure things are all in order, you know what I mean? Like, if I can't really tell what's been taken out, I feel like that's a win on behalf of the studio. You know what I mean? And it's not like I'm not paying attention. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a reader first and a watcher second. You know what I mean? And I feel like everything that I needed in this season was there. You know what I mean? Like, I had minor criticisms here and there for things that were changed, but you know what I mean? Like, I remember for the most part a lot of everything important that happened in this season in the webtoon. And for the adaptation, I felt like it told exactly the kind of story that it needed to, the perfect way for a season 1 of 13 episodes. So I give it an 8 personally. I give it a really strong 8 as a webtoon reader.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Like this.
That's acceptable.
This nigga 9 over here.
Yeah, I'll bring the smoke. Shit, goddamn.
He just wanted the smoke.
He just wants that.
He wanted that. That's all he wanted.
He himself.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. All right. So now to as an anime only to season 1, the whole entire season review. Seraph.
I probably gave it away a bit earlier because I was lagging ahead. As an anime only, like, if I have never read the webtoon once, I give it a solid 8.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I liked it a lot. You know, like, if I have never read the webtoon, I would have enjoyed it a lot better. Music was great. Animation was awesome, like I said earlier, because I was lagging ahead. And all the scenes with, you know, like hats, you know, Kun and all that was amazing. I would have been definitely hooked if I was just an anime only without reading the webtoon.
All right. JC.
Damn it. Damn it.
Yep, we're going to next. Come on.
I have to look back or remember back at previous episodes, and I'm like, I remember like Trent's voice coming to me. He's like, you know, was the episode good? It was okay. Like, we said that for a lot of episodes. Just as you look at it as anime only, it was okay. I'm trying to figure out what would have grabbed me from any of the episodes. The Sensu explosion would have grabbed me. The Black March showing up would have grabbed me. I guess a lot of the action scenes, I guess maybe I'm just a meathead at heart, would have grabbed me. But what would have grabbed me from season 1 to make me keep watching it? Because we always focus, as we always watch anime, we always focus on the main character. So if there's a weak main character, what would have grabbed me? I don't know, but at the same time, I mean, I can't give it any lower than a 7.5 to an 8 because, like, I would have watched it, but it wouldn't have been the first thing that I would have, like, every Wednesday, I'm like, I gotta watch Tower of God. I would have been, like, watching it later at night if I wasn't reviewing it or doing it in the YouTube, video on it.
Something in there?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
How would Tower of God done if it wasn't for, COVID and all this other kind of stuff that halted everything else's production and coming out? And
well, even before like COVID really hit hard, it was still top 3 in popularity on Crunchyroll.
I'm just saying, like, do you think that it would? Because here's the thing: do you think it would even been worse? Like, do you think people would have been like,
would have people
would have dropped it
into it?
Yeah. I mean,
would they have continued it?
There are so many series that were supposed to come back when this was out that were super popular that didn't come out because of COVID and all that kind of stuff. Like, bro, like this series would have been on the back shelf of a lot of things. But I mean, COVID did happen. This series is already out. But I kind of agree.
Well, other series were out, but they did stop them.
They did stop
that was the only series other than the Hero No Sword that kept going, and a few others. But majority of other series stopped.
Yeah, but 7.5 to an 8 because I would have watched it, but it would have been appointment. Like I got it when it comes out. I got to be there to watch it. It wouldn't have been that, but I still would have watched it.
I probably would have been like, oh yeah, it is Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? By the time I got home, and I'd be like, yeah, but I don't know if I'd have been like, even now I'd be like, okay, let's go ahead and get it in. But at the same time, I'm not like super like, excited to see it week to week. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I will say this. It is hard for us to feel that way because we all know the source material. And it's all different from the source material. If it was a shot for shots, word for word type thing, we would have been a lot more excited. But because we all know the source material, we know the story, we know what's going to happen, it wasn't going to be as exciting for us.
Hopefully,
as something that that we've seen that's fresh.
Shot for shot does not always mean perfect.
Well, right. It doesn't always mean perfect, but
more than enough Marvel and DC movies too.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying it means perfect, but I'm saying because we've already experienced the story and we know what's gonna happen. So by being an anime only, this is your first time ever hearing of this, ever seeing this.
Yeah. And that's a really good point. There is a sense of entitlement that comes, with source material fans going into an adaptation. We think that things are owed to us in regard to how much we've invested in the fandom so far and how much we've supported it. So when we see things that are changed, especially scenes that we favored and couldn't wait to see, it's going to hit hard for us as source material fans. And we might feel cheated, to a certain degree that they made the decision to change something that we were excited for in any kind of way. It doesn't even have to have been bad. It could have just been different. You know what I mean? And a lot of it is finding a way is having the self-awareness to separate yourself from that entitlement and from those obscenely high expectations, especially if the source material is God tier in your mind. You know what I mean? To understand that we don't know what the adaptation process is like. You know what I mean? We're not animators. We're not decision makers inside of, a machine like Crunchyroll. You know what I mean? So a lot of it comes from our ignorance of what this company and what this business and what this medium and all of its ins and outs are. You know what I mean? So a lot of it.
How much time they had to begin with as far as making it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot. I mean, you can reference that what you said, Knox, to a lot of different series, popular series that came out Game of Thrones come to mind. How a lot of the people who read the source.
almost
No, I'm
spit my
just saying.
beer all over my
Hold
fucking
on.
monitor.
I'm just saying. A lot of people who read the source material didn't like the adaptation.
Dude, A Song of Ice and Fire is god tier, bro.
I
Like,
know.
honestly,
As for
like,
the people who've only watched the series on HBO, they thought it was completely fine.
No, they
The
didn't.
same thing.
That was me.
No,
they did not.
A
sir.
lot of people did not fuck with season 8, even if they didn't read the book.
Yeah,
Didn't read it.
I'm not saying I'm not. I heard that for season 8, but I'm just because season 8. No, that's a different story from that. I'm talking about everything leading up to
with season 7. I wasn't even fucking with season 7. If I'm keeping it a buck.
I mean, season 8 and 7. That's two different things completely. But I'm just saying from like starting up from the beginning on.
Yeah, for sure. Now that's how you do shot for shot properly, because if you read the book, season 1 of Game of Thrones is the exact same thing.
Right.
So like that's how you do that, right? But D.B. Weiss and David Benioff just stopped caring about the series, and you can.
And another one comes to mind is Harry Potter. There was a lot of differences with that one as well. But this is all going off subject. This is just examples of things that source material readers and watchers only difference in, as far as how they feel about the series.
Yeah.
All right, Sleepy.
As an anime watcher only for this, trying to just completely drop everything that I know of about the series now to going forward, as well as just using just my standard based knowledge for anime series in general. The real thing that I look forward here is if I can watch an episode and by the next day recall scenes from the episode. If it's been 24 hours and I'm even guessing at things, that usually tells me that some things either didn't hit me quite well, or there was just a lack of true connect that I didn't get with that. For this, using even just that, I can still remember quite a lot all the way back to even the first episode. Him meeting Androsa, him, taking the first test, all of that, him going through to the next floor. I can point out other small things that aren't, just fight scene. And using that and looking all the way through and then just going, okay, if I could give this to somebody who's completely not an anime watcher and not have them look at me and ask me for an in-depth explanation of what they just saw, then I think the series has at least done a good job explaining itself. And if I can go, do you want to see the next episode? Then I think the series has done a proper job. And as an anime, I think that it did fulfill that function. Even with you going on the rant saying that, yes, the first season is really bad for a base template to start with.
No, I didn't say it was bad. I just said it was mid.
No. The Webtoon itself. You had a bad base that came on it. But even going with that, the first season still made everyone continue to the next. And the anime still did that. I believe that a lot of people are going to continue to the next season. So I'd say anywhere between a strong 7, 9, and maybe an 8. Everything else on the show made me at least excited. I like the music. I have a lot of friends that came to me and said they don't like the animation style or some of the artwork. And I'm like, I actually like this. And that's only because I see a difference between this and then what I see for a lot of other current animes. And I know that they're trying to convey a very specific style. So I can relate, I can attach to that. I can see all those little bits there. And that's why I think that it's well worth of actually staying there and keeping the way through all the way to the end.
Y'all already know my stance. I don't even know why y'all looking at me.
Yeah, I'm not looking at you.
We're all just looking down in the corner.
All right. Right. Y'all know my stance. I went on my rant. But anyway, on to our next topic. And this is a question that I really want to get you guys' take on. Now that the first Webtoon anime adaptation is complete. What do you guys see this doing for Webtoons in general as a whole? Do you see more?
Did we all give our anime only season review?
Did you not?
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
not?
I did.
Oh.
You did. Who did
Yeah.
you miss?
Trent?
Yeah, Trent came in on mine. And
Trent, yeah.
said
Trent came in on JC.
He
They
said
shared one together. They segued.
Well, I didn't give mine, okay?
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
I
did.
thought you gave yours.
No, I gave my as a Webtoon reader review.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead then.
Well, now I don't want to. No, I'm kidding.
Well, all right.
No, I don't know. I don't know. One thing that I definitely did want to say, and I can keep it short too if we want to move on. But like, so as far as like anime only goes, like look at the things. Like I always like look at things that were done like exceptionally well, and then kind of like go down the list. So like as an anime only, like what are the things you are an anime only for? You know what I mean? Like why you watch things instead of reading them? Because of animation, because of voice actors, because of music, because of fights, which can be tied back to animation. But I felt like the color story throughout the entire fucking series was immaculate. The color palette that was chosen, all the colors were very vibrant, all the colors popped. You could say whatever you want about like the line work or whatever in the animation style. I even was someone who said that it reminded me of fucking Ed, Edd and Eddy, the way these motherfuckers were drawn. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
and that's fine. That could be a criticism, that could be a plus. It all depends on who you are. I personally fucked with the animation style super heavy, especially the color palette inside of that. I feel like the action was done very well in the scenes that it was the most important for. The music, obviously, none of us have any criticisms for. And I feel like as far as like what the anime was supposed to do inside of 13 episodes, it did exceptionally well. The characterization for the side characters was just enough to going into season 2, knowing what happens in season 2 is going to make that initial characterization in season 1 hit really hard. So as long as like there isn't, I feel like a lacking in that department, then I feel like you're going to have a really strong season 2, especially if it decides to hone in on those characters, a lot more than it did obviously in 13 episodes. Now, me personally, I'm hoping for a 24 to 26 episode season 2. And I don't know if we have a confirmation on how long that's going to be, but obviously I feel like a season 2, at least season 2 in the Webtoon obviously is way longer than what season 2 in the anime is going to allow. But like, as far as what we can come to expect from what a season 2 would look like, I feel like you would need around double the episodes of season 1. And I feel like the 13 episode choice from Crunchyroll comes from a combination of knowing that you have a finite amount of time to grip your audience, you know what I mean? And wanting to fit as much as you can. And I feel like the fast pacing like of that season goes into that like business or that philosophy of wanting to throw everything amazing about season 1 at them as quickly as you can, while also still trying to maintain and be true to what's great about that season in the Webtoon, which I feel like they did just fine. You know what I mean? So like as an anime only, and honestly, like if we're talking about like Tower of God and we're talking about like business plans for like the future of like Webtoon anime adaptations, I feel like maybe they chose Tower of God first, 1, because it's the biggest one, but 2, also because they knew that season 1 wasn't going to be nearly as strong as their season 2, and they wanted to go into God of High School, knowing that God of High School season 1 is something that's going to be way easier received as a stronger first season. Because like, how would it look if you had what season 1 of God of High School is predicted to be, and then go into season 1 of Tower of God after that? You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? It would feel really awkward. So I feel like they knew that. And this is all a part of like Crunchyroll's kind of like plan here. I feel like they knocked it out of the park with what they were doing. And I feel like it did literally everything that it needed to do inside of that season, like we've been saying throughout the entire episode today. So I mean, like, you understand who Bam is. Bam is supposed to be one note and one dimensional. The motherfucker just woke up from isolation. He's not even a person. You know what I mean? Like, he's literally becoming a person for the first time in this season. What the fuck do you expect from this nigga, G? You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't even know what being alive really means until
all he knows is Rachel.
Exactly. All he knows is Rachel. For everybody's saying that Bam is a shitty main character, or
he's a simp,
one dimensional, or a simp, or it's like mission accomplished, motherfucker. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? How would you be? You're the main character of this fucking story. I bet you're not doing half the shit this nigga Bam is doing in this fucking season. If you just came out of a fucking solitary confinement with all you got is a bunch of pet rocks, nigga, stop it.
Ask some questions.
Stop,
That's all I'm asking.
stop,
Like, yo,
no,
bro,
stop,
if
stop.
you see
Look,
red,
man.
like, what is red, nigga? Like, give me
Yeah,
something else.
Sure.
Give me
But
something
how much time do you want spent on like trivial questions like that? Because if it's asking questions about the world around you, then the whole season is going to be, what is letters? What is the color red? Matter of fact, what's the color blue? What's all of Roy G did?
Show me something you've never been outside the tower before. That's all
I'm just saying. You got to think realistically, but you don't want to think so realistically that the entire season is asking questions that babies would ask. You know what I'm saying? You got to think of it like that. And at the same time, it's like I feel like we learned the side characters well enough, like I was saying, to transition into season 2 in a strong way. I feel like we understand Bam's trauma from being betrayed by Rachel as strongly as we need to for 13 episodes. I feel like we felt that trauma as hard as we needed to, and the music slapped. It looked fucking beautiful. The action was everything it needed to be for a story like this. It was more so on the psychological side of things than like the mental, capacity side of things anyway, because it felt a lot like the first season of Hunter x Hunter a lot in the ways with the trials and whatnot. So I feel like it was very nostalgic for people who feel like they've seen this fucking story before, but I feel like it was fresh and new enough for people who didn't know what to expect and got just as much new story that they haven't seen before at the same time. So I feel like it was beautifully composed throughout. And I give, as an anime only person, I give it a fucking really strong 9. Personally. So
that was the same thing I did. All right. So transitioning to now that the first Webtoon anime adaptation is over, how do you guys think that this will help anime Webtoon adaptations in the future? Do you think we're going to get more from this because how well Tower of God did? Because regardless if we love it or hate it, the anime did what it was supposed to do, and it did really well.
And it's driving people to the Webtoon,
right? Yeah, which is what anime is supposed to do: drive people to the Webtoon. So,
Nox, we
Nox
lost.
Is frozen,
but let's keep going.
Frozen. Yeah, but we're gonna keep going. I'm sure he's gonna unfreeze. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Wait.
All
right.
You back?
Yeah, you're back. Wait, no, you're still frozen on my end, but
no, you're not frozen on my end. No, stop it.
Jump around, you make it.
All right, there you go. Yeah. All right. All right, Sleepy, we're gonna start with you. What do you think is going? How do you think this is going to translate to other webtoons getting anime adaptations? Do you think more will come, less will come? Do you think the ones that will come will have the same success Tower of God season 1 had, or what? What's your thoughts on it?
I'm gonna look at this at 2 angles. So the first one I'm gonna look at is the business angle with Crunchyroll. Now, Noxie brought in the whole thing with how they were given 13 episodes and they were thinking about this, from multiple different angles of how they could possibly fit all of this in. And I would say that most of that is probably looking at the history of a lot of other animes, and generally usually 13 to 14 episodes is about the standard amount you'd get for a season 1. Usually any publishing or any kind of animation company would do that to see, all right, let's see what your viewer count is by the end. Do you get to eat? Because usually by the halfway point they usually determine, are you going to get the rest of the season, or are we going to cut it off and we'll just move to another project? So yes. I think the idea for this, since they, when they announced this, they gave us all of these as coming series all at once. So we knew we were going to get Tower of God. We knew we were going to get God of High School. We knew we were going to get Noblesse. So I think they scaled that all the way out and said, okay, we have enough runway, enough money, and enough time that we're just going to put all 13, we can cut all these into 13 episodes and see how they do. Now, with that in place, I figured that this is them looking at that, and they're going to go through each one of the series by the end of it and see the numbers, how they come in. And not to mention, webtoons themselves will look, how many more viewers they've gotten since then. And like you said, already the numbers have already increased for Tower of God, the number of eyes on it. So things are working well and they're doing what they're supposed to do. So business-wise, I would say, as long as they didn't have, EA level fucking projections for how much they wanted, it's pretty good, I'd say, as a start. And if this is supposed to be like the weaker of the series as a starter point, that's a pretty good overall standing, I would say. And going on to the next one with this, just anime wise, if they were to keep going forward, it shows off that they have a good base to go with. That any series, as long as there's enough viewer count, they know that they could get people on this and go forward with. So I'd say that there's a pretty strong precedent here that we'll probably see some more webtoons coming forward.
God damn it, Trent.
No, I think you cut out a little bit on that one.
Did he?
Oh, he cut out?
No, you cut out.
Nigga, I'm here.
All right, go ahead.
I kind of agree with Sleep as far as looking, as far as how you're looking at it from a Crunchyroll side of things. And I kind of see what Knox is saying, but when it comes to the placing, but at the same time, I don't know if we got introduced to a hype tower or hype God of high school, like summer hit, boom, and we kind of chilled out with, ended the winter season off with God of high school. You know what I'm saying? Maybe at that point extended a little bit of episodes. Even I don't know. Even if we would have got to 13, I don't know if it was necessary. I don't know if the placement was 100% flawless, but I definitely do see where he's coming from as far as, it makes sense. It does make sense. I just feel like it really could have also been a kind of cool down vibe. Because God of High School could have came in and knocked that mug out the park.
God of High School is going to be drastic.
It's going to.
Yeah,
it's going
so
to. Season 1 of God of High School is fire.
Oh.
Season 2 is fucking sun level. So yeah, definitely. But I mean, I guess it's kind of a thing when you look at it. It's like, okay, but yeah. So I do agree with Nas because you do have to start off with your biggest series. Your flagship series is Tower of God.
That's right.
Like whether this first season is weaker than the other two in the big three, is debatable depending on who you are. But at the end of the day, you're gonna put out your biggest series first because even if it is the weaker, those fans who come back and read your series every Monday is gonna show up for the anime. So
it's the Buffy effect. That's what this
right,
is.
right. So
Buffy?
I don't know. I was just trying to.
Season 1 of Buffy. Season 1 of Buffy.
Are we talking about the remake?
No, the series. The season 1 series is utter trash and hard to get through. But you make it through.
That's
season
so
2 and
true.
on are amazing. That's basically what this is.
That's so funny.
It's the Buffy effect. A lot of shows have done it. The first season
effect.
is just hard. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, 30 Rock. So many.
You're not wrong.
So many shows. First seasons are like, this is difficult, but you make it through and you're like, oh, what? I can't stop.
It's night and day. It's night and day difference. Wow, the Buffy.
I never thought of Buffy, but
I love that. I love it.
Okay,
hey, as a 90s nigga, bro. As a 90s niggas,
I would have never thought of Buffy, but I got you. Okay,
that's incredible.
Okay,
speak to an audience I know.
Love that. Love that.
All right, but yeah, I think starting with Tower of God, that was inevitable. God of High School, if I'm not mistaken, is bigger than Noblest, so that would be their second. Also, it's the summer. Everybody's at home for the summer, so you want your most action-packed series to be in the summer to catch those eyes.
God of High School is gonna have niggas in the gym, gonna have niggas running around these blocks, gonna have motherfuckers in the forest just punching trees and shit with Muay Thai ropes. All of that.
Right. And Noblest is that cool down for the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't read it, so I can't really speak on it too much. I've seen a few things here and there, and it looked cool, given like a few panels I've seen. But as far as context, I have nothing on it. But I do think more series are gonna come from this. I think Crunchyroll and Webtoons already looked at the numbers through the halfway point. They've seen the engagement on their own platforms, whether it's Crunchyroll or Naver. They've seen an increase in series being read, and they've seen a lot of money being spent on coins for them Fast Pass. So I do think more series will come. Like I told you guys off camera in the background, Hardcore Leveling Warrior is coming next year. But given everything that happened this year, we'll see how that turn out. But that's coming, and I'm pretty sure. I don't know this one for a fact, but I'm pretty sure Unordinary is coming too. But that's besides the point. But I do think more. Oh, go ahead, sir.
What's up?
No, I was gonna respond to Blaine's question.
Oh,
We heard from you.
I don't think we heard from JC either, or Knox.
For what? No.
For what?
For this.
For what we're talking about now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, damn,
maybe
Sarah,
not.
can I go?
I was gonna say.
Golly.
Can he live? Can he live?
I'm sorry. I was trying to answer
Alright.
this question. I could have typed it in, but I was thinking out loud. I'm sorry.
You got fingers, bro. Hit him with the clackety clack clack.
I was thinking out loud.
Come on, guys.
Woo. Boy. All right, go ahead, JC.
I don't have much to say about it, as numbers don't lie from a business standpoint. So whether I liked it or felt it was great or not, everybody else watched it. They watched it. They engaged with it. Of course, there's gonna be more webtoons come out because numbers are out there. If there's people who's gonna watch it, people gonna engage with it. Of course, they're gonna say, "Hey, that's money. We're gonna put more series out." It's as simple as that. And like you said, everybody else said, I'm going to acknowledge it. The anime did its job. It didn't hit all the points that I wanted to hit, like Knox said, because I was literally currently reading the series as the anime was coming out, so I was very knowledgeable about what they were missing. But it did its job. It didn't have to have all stuff in it in order to make its point. So I mean, yeah, of course they're gonna make a whole bunch more. I mean, especially when God of High School comes out, it's out of here. Like everybody already knows it. I mean, it's what everybody wants. As soon as like the first 2 episodes come out, it's game over. Twitter's gonna be going crazy.
Yeah, two episodes max. Episode 1 might have motherfuckers feeling the type of way.
Yeah,
but 2 episodes for sure.
It's game over. It's 2
Now
episodes.
I will say this: God of High School is going up against a lot of competition compared to when Tower of God came out.
Yeah, but
everything was pushed back to the summer. ReZero.
God of High School.
Go ahead.
You got your Luffy / Goku / tried and true shonen main character inside of Gen 3. You know what I'm saying? And you've got High Action and you've got Mappa. You know what I'm saying? The voice actors are already cold. You know what I'm saying? Like we already know like what's cracking with it. We can trust them. We can trust in the music. I feel like even despite the competition, I feel like God of High School has more than enough to grip that meathead audience, which is the vast majority. You know what I mean? And on top of that, I feel like they know what Tower of God looked like and had to have based at least some of what they were doing in God of High School off of what they knew Tower of God was doing. I mean, you have the decision makers that are overlooking all of the studios, handling all of these adaptations, and who knows what kind of ideas they can get from anything that happens during that creation process. So, and analytics.
Oh, go ahead.
What is coming out?
No, but I was saying I do agree, and I do agree that the first season of the God of High School is strong enough to stand on its own. But I'm just saying, like, we do have heavy hitters. We have ReZero coming back. Boruto is gonna come back, despite what you may think. Hold on, let me.
He said Boruto.
He
said Boruto.
Look. Despite what. Hold on. Despite how we feel about the anime, like it, love it, or hate it, Boruto is very popular. Crunchyroll released the numbers.
It is.
Crunchyroll released the numbers. Boruto is their top 3. Well, it's in their top 5 most watched series on their thing. So, like it, love it, or hate it, which I know a lot of us hate it.
How much of that is investment, and how much of that is like I can't wait to see Boruto?
I don't know, but whatever the case may be, is up there.
Next,
I would assume
hold on, let me finish.
Boruto watchers are just like, I've spent my entire life watching
might as
Naruto.
well.
Now I gotta finish. I might as well. Right.
Like,
All right, but like I said, ReZero, Boruto, One Piece. I think Food Wars is continuing in the summer. Fire Force is coming back.
Oh yeah, Fire Force though. Whew.
So
Fire Force.
Is it Haikyuu coming back in the summer? Or they pushed that back to
Ain't nothing
fall?
beating that Fire Force season 1 opening theme. I'm sorry, Miss Green Apple.
Bro,
Shout out to y'all.
know.
Y'all the GOAT. Ain't nothing topping that.
I can't remember if Haikyuu is coming back in the summer or the fall. But
I think it's fall, bro.
I think it's fall. Yeah, what Trent's saying.
fall. Okay. All right, but yeah. So God of High School will be going up against heavy hitters, but like I said, I do think he'll be able to hold his own. Now, is there anything else you want to say on the topic?
I don't think competition has as much to do with how many people are going to be watching another show as we think, because one, like, we're still kind of in quarantine to some degree, and like two, it's like if you're a fucking anime fan, you want all of the media you can consume even without a quarantine. You know what I mean? Like, just because there's 4 or 5 other anime coming out, it's all fucking weekly. You know what I'm saying?
It's coming out on a Monday, by the way.
Yeah, it's not like
I thought that was a weird day on Monday.
Yeah, it's not like a movie, you know what I'm saying, where you have to decide, am I going to spend $17.50 to go see this movie, or am I going to spend $17.50 to go see that movie? Oof. It's like, this is all like, you got the subscription, my G.
That's true,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
but as we all know,
you're not going to sit there and go, well, I got it all here in front of me, and it's only weekly, and these episodes are only 20 minutes long, but you want to know what? I'm going to choose Boruto. And even though I have all the time in the world to watch God of High School, I'm just not going to, and I'm just going to strictly watch Boruto, because if all you cared about was Boruto from the beginning, you were never going to watch God of High School anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that's true, but the reason why I said is because, as we all know, there are a lot of people out there who only watch 1 or 2 series, or maybe 3 max at a time.
You're weird.
A lot of people are not like us who watch. They can be weird, but I'm saying that's the truth. A lot of people aren't like us that watches. A lot of people aren't like us that watch 5, 6, 7 series at one time. That's too much for some people.
They're not the past us.
Get your weird ass on, bro.
I'm just saying, there are a lot of people out there like that. So which is why I said that. And we have a lot of sequels coming back, and we have stuff that people have been looking forward to, such as ReZero.
Yes, ReZero
and Fire Force. And everybody's been waiting on Fire Force.
That's it. That's all I need.
Yep. Yeah, that is all some people need. Believe it or not, that is all some people need.
MAH and Boruto, I am done. Take me down and I will go. I will sleepeth now. I have winded myself for the day.
Black Clover with this magic.
No, hell no.
3 episodes took me right out. God of High School, what? No. Ready my chariot.
What is this kicking nonsense?
No, hell no.
That shit. You're weird as shit.
Hey man,
all our international viewers.
Yep, we just lost. I am so sorry to all of our UK fans out there.
Oh shit!
For Butcher,
bro.
For Butcher,
they're talking shit about us.
Hey, we kind of
we mean no harm. We just fucking around. All right.
Hey, bro,
and lo and behold, we start a new world war.
All right, bro. See you later, bro.
With you,
all right, Trent.
Hey, Tower of God season 1, bro. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
All right, Trent.
I'll catch you guys here in God of High School. Hopefully, we well, what's up, man? We
did one preview video, but we can do another one next week since Tower of God is over and we have a free week.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to line that up.
All right, so we'll do that next week.
Peace.
All right, Trent. Be smooth, bro. All right, bye.
He's gone. He's out of here.
Go and get that Chipotle from the new plug.
Hey,
make sure you put that ketchup in it.
Make sure it has ketchup.
It is 11:17. It is midnight for
yeah.
It's for JC. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So, any more thoughts on season 1 of Tower of God?
I think we got everything, dude.
Yeah, I think I've spilled most of my guts.
I bet you won't rewatch it.
Who, me?
I will.
Why not?
I bought the Blu-ray.
I got 5 niggas I'm scheduled to watch this shit with
Bet money
right now.
Bet money.
What you mean? I'm in the Discord watch party all week.
Bet
Stop.
it.
Do it.
Bet money.
Yeah. Hey, you better watch that.
All right, y'all. All right, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end it for here. Appreciate everybody for rocking out with us on our full thoughts of Tower of God Season 1, the anime adaptation of the most beloved series on Webtoon. Also, like the video, follow us on Twitch. If you're watching
Follow
us
all
on
of our
Twitch right now,
YouTube channels,
follow
which will
all
be
of
in the
our
description.
right. That will also be in the YouTube description. Also, like the video on YouTube and subscribe if you have not already. And last but not least, please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below on all this shenanigans we've talked about today.
I had an amazing time.
Yeah, we always.
I fucking missed this show, dude. I'm so sorry. I've been gone for like 3 weeks, dude. I missed the shit out of it. I'm
so busy.
I'm fuzzy now, so I miss my friends. I love this. I miss this
Y'all, I
atmosphere.
cannot wait for this crispy audio of Noxus to come out, boy. I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, JC looking for that public apology.
Let me find out. Let me find out. Let me find out. I'm
go
choppy
ahead.
in
I
this
can't
one,
wait.
bro. I'm on your heels, bro.
I can't wait.
I'm on your heels if I'm choppy, bro. Watch. Y'all see me in the Discord. I'll be faking this nigga from head to toe.
It wasn't even me. It was JD's internet. Bruh. Anyway,
I have 300 down and 31 up, sir.
I got more than that now, so I mean, like, just letting you know.
Well, you got more than that now, but I'm just saying.
Niggas over here got fiber. I don't even know how I be cutting out.
Fiber?
Hey man, it'd be like
that sometimes.
Fiber power.
Some areas.
Hey, real quick, Knox, where you at on Blue Lock?
I haven't even started.
Chapter
it yet.
1. Fuck out of here.
I haven't started it. Dude, I have to read through it on Twitch for the first time.
Prologue,
I gotta have that reaction. I have to have that reaction genuine.
Seraph, have you started reading Blue Lock?
Not yet, to be honest.
Seraph.
Sleepy, have you started reading Blue Lock?
On the way.
Okay, I'm done with you guys. I hate all
you
Hey, I'm
guys.
sorry.
We're gonna replace y'all with Blaine.
I'm right there.
All right, Blaine, you're up, Chief.
Believe you me, I'm on my way.
Get on your way.
All
right, y'all.
Tomorrow, yeah.
All right, y'all. We out here.
Peace.
All right, peace out, you guys.